So we are sitting, of course, in a blue city, in a blue state. So do you anticipate that the National Guard will come here?
Yeah.
And
yes.
are you preparing for that?
Yes, we are, and we have been for quite some time. Look, I was saying in January.
When did you start
Pardon
preparing?
me?
When did that preparation, when did you start thinking about that?
Well, I think prior to last year, we started thinking about what would happen, and governors were talking together about what the implications would look like. I don't think I was overreaching when I told people. I was told in January that I was overreacting, and I made the case that I think if you can anticipate what they will do, they are going to do it. And I don't think Governor Pritzker has spoken out of turn on what we're seeing develop and the way that they've talked about it. I think it makes it would be logical for them to come here. We fall into exactly what it looks like they're trying to target, blue cities in places that he wants to make an impact. You can certainly chill voting in states like Minnesota if you target Minneapolis and St. Paul. I think the biggest thing is that you're hearing here is you have two governors. Our job is not to do immigration enforcement. We work and do our work. Our job is not. We're supporters and partners when our guard's used for national security, specifically outside the country. Our job is to make sure our schools are funded. Our job is to make sure we're making life more affordable. Our job is to talk about housing and child care. Our job is to make sure, as they did in Illinois and Minnesota, our kids are eating. All of those things are things we should be doing that aren't doing. But I think the preparation is to learn from this. I think the courts are still holding, and you're seeing the courts where we're able to bring these temporary restraining orders against them. But again, none of this is about to, and again, it's not a distraction, and none of us are saying we shouldn't be addressing crime no matter what our statistics are on that, but there are specific ways to do that with the professionals. Simultaneously, as they're shifting all these resources to this immigration and intimidation campaign, it's pulling resources from other things that we could use with them. They pulled out some of the counterterrorism dollars, some of the things that we could actually be using. So we're preparing for it. We're preparing to use the courts. We're preparing to follow all the laws as they're written, to challenge them on this. But I think it's really important for the citizens to see this is not normal. And again, it's the false start ending. Do you want to see crime stop? Yeah. Well, sending in the National Guard, who are, fighter pilots, artillerymen like myself or whatever, is not the same as adding more trained police officers who have the authority to be, and separating the idea of federal military control of American cities versus civilian control, who are responsible to mayors, city councils, governors, not the President of the United States. And I keep saying this, you do your job and we'll do ours. And the fact of the matter is, we're doing ours. I don't have to remind you, the government is shut down while Nero golfs or fiddles. And that is not the way this is supposed to work. So yes, we're preparing for it, but the challenge for governors is we have to simultaneously deliver and do the services. And right now, there's no desire at the federal government to do that. They're not fulfilling their obligations. They're not getting the work done. They're not doing any of that. They're focusing on these issues.